Let's get to what happened lap 219 in Sunday's race. Watch middle of your picture, the two of Austin Cindric comes down just a little bit, maybe the three comes up. He and Austin Dillon get together. Dillon goes up the track, collects the 47 of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Now, when this race was over, Austin Dillon said in an interview he should be suspended. He wrecked me on purpose. Go back and look at what happened last week in the Coke 600 or last year with Bubba Wallace, Kyle Larson. Austin Cindric has put out a long post on social media. Check it out if you would like. We won't go through the whole thing, but he definitely said, I was not wrecking him on purpose. And NASCAR agreed, saying today there will be no penalties in this situation. You've looked at the video. Where do you land with this one?
Yeah, I don't think that Austin Cindric did that on purpose. And I have to be careful when I say Austin. I have to clarify Austin Cindric because we're talking about Austin Cindric and Austin Dillon, right? Isn't it? But I truly believe that Austin Cindric intended to fill that gap. And when these two cars make contact, as soon as his left front makes contact with Austin Dillon's right rear quarter panel, it immediately starts to turn Austin Dillon's car. And it turns it into the direction of Austin Cindric. So it makes a small bit of contact worse because it turns him back across his nose. And it puts both of them in a very bad spot. Austin Cindric, you looked at the data. He put out the data. He slams on the brakes to try and get off of him. But by then it's too late. Austin Dillon's already hooked and going right. And then the poor innocent bystander of Ricky Stenhouse,
who was having a great day.
Having a great day. I think that's the missed part of this conversation. But I certainly don't want drivers continuing to get out of the car and say that this guy should be suspended every time we have somebody get in an incident.
What do you see in this situation, Drew? And maybe not as much what happened on track, but what Aric just said, and that is right now what drivers are doing and their expectations from NASCAR, and should we suspend guys when there's a wreck on track?
Yeah, I'm not much of a soccer fan, but when I do watch it, the thing I hate most about it is a flop. And I don't want to see that in our sport. I don't want to see a driver getting out, pointing a finger as soon as he gets out. He did it on purpose. He needs suspended. That's not what we need. And in this situation, like you said, it's very tough to see what actually happens. It's in a bad spot. We had no context of why he would have wrecked him on purpose. For Austin Dillon to say that, Austin Dillon must think he did something to him earlier to make him mad. And we don't know any of that. And NASCAR looking down at it in the tower, it's not as clear cut as the two other references, the Chase Elliott or the Bubba Wallace one. It's definitely a little more vague, and it's hard to see how far across that line this one could have gone.
And the other thing, too, is the position they're in. They're getting to the end of the straightaway. It's a heavy braking zone getting into turn one. Yeah. And where Austin Cindric's car is placed, he has no references. Yeah. He doesn't know where the corner is actually coming up because the brake markers that are on the outside wall by the fence are blocked by Ricky Stenhouse's car. Yeah. And the reference to turn into turn one is blocked for the three car with Austin Dillon. Yeah. So, slight misjudgment. I'm sure it wasn't on purpose. And, but either way, Austin Dillon ended up wrecked.
Hey, race fans, thanks for watching our video. For all NASCAR on Fox News, content, and the best clips from Fox Sports, be sure to follow and subscribe to our channel.